Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the Kraken DR IDR using ICT Concepts. It's the weekly review on the 5-minute chart for September 18th through September 22nd. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put up my rules here. And let's just make sure that this stays in the front here. Alright, so Kraken DR IDR rules and ICT trade setup. Okay, this is strictly for the RDR session. That's what I'm showing in this video. If you want to trade the other sessions, some minor changes need to be made. But basically, these rules are how I trade it. So I do not take a trade until after the high impact news events, NFP, CPI, or FOMC. On FOMC, I don't even trade that day because it needs to be after it, and that's in the afternoon session, like it is this week, and so that's a no trade day for me. Only take trades between 11 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. DR direction confirmed by 12:30. Okay, I mark out the ICT PD rays before the 0.5 deviation, order blocks or value gaps, things like that, breakers, mitigation blocks, all that stuff. Entry priorities: order block over fair value gap. I'd rather enter on an order block than a fair value gap, but I will enter on a fair value gap. If two stack PD rays, stop loss must be above the top one. Must enter trade before the 0.5 deviations. Entry risk is 1 to 3 plus. Maximum stop is 5 handles. Usually I enter with a 5 handle stop and aim for 15. That's pretty much the standard what I use nowadays. So on this, so I don't really change my stop loss very often. When I initially enter the trade, I will move it to break even per my rules here. So move stop loss to break even plus 2 ticks at 5 handles and take partials at 60%. Trail stop loss based on ICT Concepts, the order block or swing high lows to let runners run. If 3 PD rays fail, move stop to break even plus 2 ticks or no trade, right? So that's how you get out of a trade, or you protect your position, or you just stop the trade because it could very well be a false day. If 3 opposing PD rays are respected, move stop to break even plus 2 ticks or, again, no trade. Again, same kind of thing here. One's if you're in the trade, one's if you're not. If no partials taken by 1:30, close the trade. If first trade loses, second trade must be off order block and inside the DR range. Max 2 losses in any session. Okay. The one thing I'm changing is if no partials taken by 1:30, that's if you're in a trade. But if you just take a trade like right before 1:30, this kind of violates this rule. So I got to adjust this rule. So because I can take trades up to the 1:30 mark, I need to change it by if no partials taken by maybe 2 o'clock, close the trade. But that's the current rules right now. Let me take off the rules here. Let's add lipstick to the charts here. All right, so this is Monday. Monday, we got in on this order block right here. This is the order block right here. We got in after confirmed. 11 o'clock is here to 1:30, so it's this white area right here. We get in on the trade, 1 to 3. After 5 handles, we've moved our stop to break even, and at 9 here, somewhere in here, we've taken our partials. So we've got 9 there, and then it comes back down eventually to break even. We would have got out right here. We wouldn't have traded this all the way down. I probably would have closed the trade over here as it's coming down because PD rays get violated. Either way, we're just going to say I got 9 handles out of that and break even. So it came down here and took us out. So 9 handles there. Okay, let's go to Tuesday. All right, here is Tuesday. Again, we get on a 5-minute fair value gap right here. We take our trade, move our stop to break even after 5. We come down here, we're at 9. We take our partials and we get break even. So again, another 9 handles for Tuesday. So now we're at 18 for the week. See, this is why I like taking partials and move my stop to break even, because you have a lot of this. Even though it didn't close out here, it's not a false day, but you did have this big run up, right? So take it while you can, and then if it takes you out, you still took some off the market. So that was Tuesday. Wednesday was FOMC. So we did not trade this day. This was a no trade day for me. Like I said, FOMC is right here, and so this is just kind of ranges, and it's just a very, consolidating day most of the time. So I just don't trade it. So this is a no trade day. I didn't even worry about it. So Wednesday was no trade day. Here is Thursday. Okay, explain Thursday. Thursday we get a confirmation of the downside here. We have a fair value gap. This is also an order block right here. I didn't mark it on the chart. So we get in our trade and it just takes us out. So we lose 5 handles here. So negative 5 handles right here. Price goes back down. We are still, this is the 130 right here, right mark right here. If you remember my rules, it said that if we lose a trade, the first one has to be off inside the range. So it's inside the range and has to be off an order block. Okay. So price came back up. It started respecting this. You could have taken this at any time. Just marked it here to show you. Took the trade right here again, 5 handle stop, aim for 15. We get 15 handles. So plus 15 minus 5 for the loss here is net 10, right? So now we are at 28 handles for the week. That was Thursday. Have a winner and a loser. Let's go to Friday. Okay, Friday. We get confirmation early here. We have to wait for the white to be able to enter. We mark out our fair value gap. It trades in. We take our trade. Trying to be consequent encroachment in here, so not just the top. We took it in here. It's a bigger range. It's 3 handles, so try to be somewhere in the middle. Get a little bit better of a entry. So we have our thing here. We have 5 to 1. We aimed up here. We didn't get it. We took our partials at 9. Got stopped out at break even, so this is a plus 9, right? Plus 9. So then it trades back down here. What I've re-entered, no. If I take a trade and I get a partial and a break even, I'm not re-entering. I need to add that to the rules. No matter how good the price action is on this side to enter here, to go long, if I already was in one trade and I went and break even, I'm not re-entering during this session, right? I'm only re-entering a second time if I lose the trade. Like it took me out because it's probably going to a an order block or a deeper discount to go long in this range. But if I've already taken a trade and I've taken a partial and then I moved my stop to break even and it comes out, I'm not re-entering. All right, so we're plus 37 handles for the week, and that's your weekly review for the DR IDR using ICT Concepts, the Kraken DR model.